Hello, people who are not me, and welcome back to Mega Man 8. I'm Sire Goku. In the last video, we defeated Tengu Man, and I'm going to go in weakness order like I often do. So I'm going to go on to Clown Man next.
I'm Clown Man.
Dear God. Help me. Anyway, yeah, Clown Man's kind of got an annoying voice. Starting off the stage, we've got lots of colorful balloons. We also have the tornado hold. Since I haven't gotten a chance to show it off, here's what the tornado hold does. Shoot it, it makes a tornado, you can jump into it, and it makes you jump even higher. So, there you go. And another thing you can do, first thing you want to do, I did it wrong. I kicked the Mega Ball into this clown statue here, and you can get an extra life, because there's apparently a hidden item balloon inside of that statue there. Welcome to Nostalgia! We've got dolls of Iceman and Cutman, as well as the dinosaur from Slash Man stage in Mega Man 7, and Gutsman from Mega Man, and Gutsman with his Mega Man 7 body. Yeah, I like this stage a lot. You got these worms here. You can use these worms to farm for weapon energy if you want. And we also got some cannons. Cannons are easy enough to deal with. These worms, you don't even have to use a charge shot to get rid of them. Just one normal shot will get rid of them. We have a bolt over here. If you're good at the Mega Ball jump, you can get that. Unfortunately, I'm not. There is an item that you can get. You can get a Rush upgrade later on, which turns Rush into a motorcycle, and that's a much easier way to get that weapon, to get that bolt if you want it. This is not going to be a 100% run to getting all 40 bolts, because even though I know where all of them are, a lot of them are really frustrating to get. And as I mentioned previously, you don't need all the bolts in this game. Even if you get all 40 bolts, you can't buy every upgrade in the shop anyway. And as I mentioned multiple times, this game is simple enough that you shouldn't need that many power-ups. Anyone that's played Mega Man in base may recognize a few of the aesthetics to this game, including Tengu Man himself, who was reused in Mega Man in base. A lot of the things in Mega Man 8 were reused for Mega Man in base, which I will applaud Capcom for being able to put PlayStation and Sega Saturn models into a Super Nintendo game, and it still looks really good. Assuming you're playing the Super Nintendo version and not the horrible screen crunch version that is the Game Boy Advance port. Now we got the gimmick to Clown Man stage, at least one of them. Well, you're gonna see that weird little robot in the back there. He's gonna keep ringing that bell, and anytime he rings that bell, depending on what part you're standing on, boom! Yeah, that'll happen. If you're standing on an X, you'll get attacked by stuff. Just slide out of the way if you happen to be on there. If you're on a but if you're on a circle, you're not gonna get hurt at all. It does hurt a lot too, so I wouldn't recommend standing on the X's that often, if at all. Oh God! And getting crushed by toys. And we got ourselves our mini-boss for this stage. Most of the stages in Mega Man 8 will have mini-bosses. This guy is pretty simple. He just kind of bounces around the room, launching different enemies at you. It's either going to be miniature versions of himself or these toy soldier things. And the best thing I can say is, if you're going in weakness order, which you should be, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be, use the tornado hold, because it does a lot of damage to him, especially since he's going to be standing still for a long period of time, and there you go. For beating that boss, we get ourselves a Rush Mystery Item. And what does the Rush Mystery Item do? It basically summons Rush to give you a random item, similar to how Eddie works, except now it's Rush. I'm not going to use it because another thing that makes this game a little bit easier than, say, Mega Man 7, anytime you get to a halfway point of a stage, everything gets refilled. All your weapons, all your life, everything, so... And if you're standing, as you saw there, if you're standing on those skull platforms when the bell rings, then you're gonna fall through the floor. So if you want that bolt, you're gonna have to be fast. However, if you do miss it, you can always use the tornado holds to bounce yourself back up. But be sure you're not standing on a skull platform at this point. Also, don't be standing on that arrow key, because if you're standing on that arrow platform, it's going to push you all the way left, and then you're going to be considered standing on a skull platform, and you're going to fall to your death. So don't be standing on the skull platform or the arrow platform when the bell rings. Just be a little bit quick. And now we got ourselves the slight maze of this area. I call it a maze, but it's not really a maze. It's just kind of a small corridor where you have moving platforms, roaming enemies that swing on trapezes, which I didn't get a chance to show off because I blew it up. But yeah, these little toy robots here, they'll be swinging on trapezes. They also keep coming over and over again anytime you leave the screen, so be careful about that. They also apparently shoot things at you if you're not fast enough. Speaking of being fast enough, there is a bolt up here. And there are a couple of different ways you can get that bolt. The fastest way is to be good with the Mega Ball jump, which I personally am not good at, as you can plainly see here. You could use the tornado hold, but it's a little bit hard to actually get up here properly with the tornado hold. Like I said, I'm not very good at bouncing on the Mega Ball, so... I can sort of do it, but oh well. I'm gonna see if I can get that bolt. If I can't, I'm just gonna... Let me try a couple more times to get that bolt, see if I can. If I can't, then I'll just move on. So, be right back. Oh, and there's also other things up here, too. There's a bolt up here that we can get, but I don't have the special weapon that'll allow me to break through it. You're going to need a fire weapon to break through that one, and we won't be getting that for a while. There we go! And that's how you get that bolt. It's a little tricky, and it took me a little longer than it probably should have. I apologize for wasting time. And I also apologize to myself for wasting a lot of my life energy here. Oh well. Hopefully I get some life energy at some point. Although it doesn't look like these guys are going to drop anytime soon. Not a problem. At least I got the bolt. Again, I'm not going to try and get all of them. I'm going to try and go for the ones that I've gotten before on my multiple other playthroughs of this game. Now we got ourselves yet another maze. Standing on these question marks will warp us to other question mark spaces. You have to be standing on the blocks when the bell rings. There's a couple of different ones you can go to as well. The main area you want to go to is straight up, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, because maybe you don't know that. Maybe you don't know that. But there's also a hidden room you can get into if you take the teleporters in the right way. And honestly, I don't remember what all the teleporters move you to. I really don't. I know there is one teleporter that'll move you all the way down. So I'm going to see if I can get that. It's going to make this part a little bit long. I apologize. But I'm just going to check it. I'm just going to search around. I want to see if I can show off things that certain other players don't normally show off in this game. So there's a room you can teleport to that gets you another bolt. There we go. If you go on that middle platform there, that's how you get over here. And then use the... And then you can use Tornado Hold to get up to that bolt, and there you go. And this will warp you back up to where you originally were. There you go! If you don't like waiting, you can always use the If you don't like waiting around, you can use the Tornado Hold to jump higher. But there you go, that's how you get another bolt. And there we go! Now we're at the end of the stage. Hooray! Let's take on Clown Man.
Yo, geeky.
Oh, you are going down. Nobody calls me that. Anyway, Clown Man is going to swing on his trapeze, and then he will use Thunderclaw, which he will try to grab you. And I might die. Yep, I died. I am a failure. Oh well, I only had 2 hits anyway, and I was trying to show off his attacks there. But hey, this is something I can show off. If you do die, then it refills your weapons and stuff. So let's fight him the correct way this time. No, it's not. I never said it was. Shoot the Tornado Hold, and he will swing right into it.
What have you done to me? Thunder Carnival.
Then just hit him again when he's on the ground, and there you go. He's got Thunder Carnival, which is easy to dodge. You just kind of slide under him as he's bouncing. And there you go, and that's all he does. He just keeps... You just keep doing that.
What are you doing?
I'm killing you. What do you think it is that I'm doing? There we go.
See you in my dreams.
Sorry for losing. I don't normally lose to bosses in this game, but oh well. At least I showed off stuff that people don't normally show off. So what do we get for beating Clown Man? We get the Thunderclaw, which is basically very similar to a whip-type weapon. But I will get into more of that when we go to part 4. Again, I apologize if these parts are kind of short, but I don't know, it seems fitting this way in honesty. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you when we take on the next Robot Man.